right, welcome back, everybody. We're here at another exciting edition of Scoreboard's Restaurant for the Overtime Series with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics, and we're here taping it again at noon. Next week, we'll be back to our normal time at 7 p.m. Got the star of the show right here, Coach Roman Banks, Athletic Director.
Co-star, you the star. I'm just the man next to the man right now.
Hey, my picture ain't on coffee mugs, T-shirts, and all that kind of good stuff. Your image is everywhere, Coach.
Well, you know, we just trying to sell a likeness a little bit.
You don't want my picture on coffee mugs.
Whatever it takes to sell tickets and get everybody fired up, that's what we do.
There you go. Well, I'll tell you what, lots of exciting times going on. Fall, of course, we've got Coach Fogg here, the bowling coach right here. We're bragging about, you and I got the Columbia blue ball.
Yeah.
She's got the black ball here we're going to on display.
She's going to give everybody the opportunity to see the ball, and they get a chance, if they like the balls, to call into her and come buy them a ball for a souvenir and support her student athletes.
And the thing about it is, don't think that you have to bowl to get one of these things. Put it on display like myself and Coach does, because trust me, when I bowl, it's 3 lanes over. That's where the ball ends up.
I might be able to beat you then.
So definitely, and get you a bowling ball. It's gorgeous. If you're a big Southern Jaguar fan, like we are, I'm telling you, it's awesome. I've got mine on top of my desk.
Yeah, no question.
You've got yours as well?
On the desk. Yep. I think, you know, if you're a supporter and you're a fan, I think it's a nice piece to have in your home or your office. Mm-hmm. And also, it's just a good deed to be able to support the program and the student athletes as well. So whatever you all could do, she'll be coming up here shortly, and you'll like what she has to offer, and you can come to our office or come up to the university and go through the ticket office as well and get your balls.
No question about that. And boy, I tell you what we did like, the game against Virginia Lynchburg. Southern University football team, big winner over Virginia Lynchburg. And Coach, as I put on my game notes, senior night, Southern University shines on senior night big time. Once again, another big performance in that football game, and it just seems like the seniors just love to play on senior night.
Well, you know, probably for most of the occasions, they last home stands, and hopefully in our case we're looking to get another game, but I should say our last regular home stands, and they won't be in that place probably anymore, as you figure, unless you go to some type of playoff. And I think they lay it on the line. They think back once they enter that campus and the hard work that they put in. It means something to you. You enter that fraternity. You out there not only, you know, for yourself, but for the student body, for the university, and playing for your teammates. And if you're an athlete and you experience that, that's something special and unique. No question about that. And talk about how awesome this is. The seniors in the SWAC, 29-9. This is a five-year deal, because Calvin Lunkins was started 5 years ago. 29-9, 76% of their wins in the SWAC. 14-3 as the home team, and that 14-3 includes also Bayou Classic. Right. So that's pretty impressive. 14-3. Oh yeah, that's a pretty good resume. Yeah. I mean, that means you did a pretty good body of work while you were here. And you know, those seniors, and you call out a couple of names. I think that you know, from our perspective, Southern University, you know, I like to tell them that we appreciate them and thank them for all they have done, and we really wish them well going forward.
No question about that. And this week we play against Jackson State. And how about this? Coach Dawson Odom's now in his 90th game at Southern University, and he's going back to where he started, Jackson State. When he was named interim head coach, it was the 3rd game of the 2012 season. He went to Jackson State, and Coach, Jackson State was heavily favored in that game. We got up 28 points on them, and they scored 21 unanswered points. We win 28-21, and that's where it started.
The truth of the matter, the reason why you're sitting there, only you would pull that stat. Only you would come up with that stat.
Now, Coach, he says he didn't think about that, but do you coaches really think about maybe that first win? Does it? I know you play by the moment, and you always coach by the moment, and you go on 1-0 for the next game and what have you. But do you go back and think about that first game?
You know, I couldn't even recall right now what was that win.
I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look it up.
But you know, you just, as a coach, that week to week is so impactful. A lot of things on your mind, and so you know, you don't realize, you know, year 1 to year 3 to year 5, now 7, now you're there 9. You don't really realize how time fly, and so I'm pretty sure you know, when he read that profile sheet, that's those game notes that you sent out. I'm pretty sure that's shocking to him as well.
Yeah, so can't wait for that game. Big game with, of course, championship implications. Southern can win the Western Division if they win, and Grambling loses to Mississippi Valley State this week. Southern would wrap up the West this week. If not, it'll be the Bayou Classic again for the winner of the West.
Oh, man, we got a lot of riding, a lot going on.
Yes,
so
indeed. Yes, indeed.
It seems like it's heading straight down to New Orleans again.
Again, like every year. Volleyball also getting to that championship swing. They played against UAPB, took that one a loss, but they came back and beat our rivalry, Grambling State.
Anytime you can beat them, if
Yes.
it's a game of jacks, it matters. And so congratulations for that win to Coach Jacobs and her crew. And we're looking for them to do well in the conference tournament. I understand that there are still a couple of teams that have to play. I think we right now in the top order of 4 in the finish, and we are hoping to be one of those top standing teams at the end of the day.
The men basketball team played against Loyola of New Orleans, and one thing Coach asked me, Coach Wood says, what did you think? Obviously loosey-goosey right now because these guys haven't played. They have 14 new players and 4 returning players. They haven't played together, but there was a behind-the-back slam dunk on one of them and several other athletic moves that I saw on that court, and they're going to be a good team. They took one on the chin against Murray State. Tomorrow night they will play against New Mexico State.
Right.
New Mexico State lost last night to UTEP at UTEP, so we're going to play that game tomorrow at New Mexico State at the Pan American Center.
I kind of wish that New Mexico State would have won that game. So you can I always used to say, let's go in and surprise somebody, but when they lose one, they come back and concentrate a little bit more to defend home turf.
Yeah.
But I think that'll be a great challenge for our guys, and I think with this preseason schedule that Coach Wood have, that he can go out and get his team prepared for conference play. And I think when you look at them last year and see them now, you can see the difference in the talent that he recruited for the way the style that he want to play. So I think that they're going to have a chance to be successful. I really think in our league, I think we was picked 6, but my expectation is to be much higher than that.
There's no doubt about that. 3 players right now averaging in double figures, but only 2 games, obviously, and we look for more games going on from them. The next game for Southern at the F.G. Clark Activity Center, and that's the only time you can get them before pre-conference game will be Monday.
Right.
This coming Monday.
Right. And let me say this, we need you to go out. We sell season tickets from January going forward, so there's still time to go out and purchase season tickets for men and women basketball. And obviously you can go to the box office or you can call in. Ms. Aretha and them will be looking forward to your call to 225-771-3171, 225-771-3171, and go out and support. I mean, we had a nice crowd out there for the opening day of the men's game, and the ladies on yesterday, was that Monday? Had a nice crowd, and we're anticipate a nice crowd tonight for the ladies game as well.
Tougaloo tonight.
Tougaloo tonight.
At 6 o'clock over at the F.G. Clark.
And Coach Funches have some new parts, and so I think that you can see them starting to come together. He lost a lot off that championship team, and when I say a lot of leadership, seniors. And so, but the expectation, I think that he feel pretty good about his team as well, and so we're excited to get another win tonight. That's
exactly right. So again, support Southern University, no question about that, and that's a big way to do it. Go to the game tonight and what have you. And again, general admission tonight, right?
General admission to January. So everything is general admission right now, and season tickets will start, reserve seating will start in January when we start conference play.
And guess who's the first game in January at the F.G. Clark Activity Center?
Grambling State.
In fact, you got 2 good ones. You got a Saturday Grambling State, you got Monday Jackson State. That's 2 of our biggest rivalries right there, and that's the way the football is ending up as well.
No question about it, and I always say that all first 4 games, you got the Texas two-step swing that you always talk about. Then you got Grambling and Jackson. Those are usually some of the top teams in our league every year. So coming out the gates, if we can handle business pretty, early on, it set us up for late to have a successful season.
No question about that. All right, when we come back, we're talking bowling. I want to show you this nice bowling ball right here. We're going to get that if it don't fall on my foot at any point in time during this deal. We'll have Coach Fogg coming up right here next. And so, of course, we look inside Jaguar Athletics. It's the Overtime Show with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics. We're here from Scoreboards Restaurant. Back in a moment. Pelican Sports TV.
We're a nation of hardworking Americans, and businesses will always be the lifeline of this great country. As a business owner, you understand the importance of your reputation. In times of uncertainty, you need a real lawyer who's serious about protecting you and your business. You need a problem solver. You need the law firm of Clayton and Fouger. Tony Clayton is a proven trial lawyer. He'll defend you and your business to the fullest extent of the law. Protect your investment and call the law firm of Clayton and Fouger today.
It's game day. A day that should be spent in the living room, not the kitchen. So next game, you just worry about the score. Because we've got the food covered. With hand-battered, cooked-to-order, always fresh, never ever frozen chicken fingers. Craveable cane sauce. Crispy crinkle-cut fries, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Official chicken of Southern University.
Our Lady of the Lake is pleased to have so many Southern University graduates as part of our growing healthcare family. They are difference makers, caring for patients, leading teams, and serving our neighbors. A tradition of excellence, a commitment to service, and a love for our community. Our Lady of the Lake and Southern University, together, a winning team.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Right here, it's, of course, overtime with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics here from Scoreboards Restaurant. We're taping again at 12 noon today. We'll be back again next week at 7 p.m. So we invite you to come here, get you a delicious food here, and obviously great drink specials all right here. And, of course, be with us in the Jaguar Nation, right? It's got to be fun. Speaking of fun, I went to a volleyball game a couple of weeks ago, and I'm telling you, I had a blast. Now, the whole time I'm paying attention, want to see what these young players were doing, but also I knew I'd be the one to get hit right in the face with the volleyball. I didn't. It was great, and I tell you, it was an awesome deal. We got Arabella right here, and you are, you're a senior?
Yes, a graduating senior.
Graduating senior.
Yes,
congratulations.
Thank
What'd you major in?
Biology.
Biology.
Yes.
Hated biology in high school, loved it in college.
Yeah.
It was fun. I had B average in college, couldn't wait to do biology. And people were, and I had a friend of mine that was in high school would always pick on me because I barely made C's in biology. But when I got to college, I did a lot better than that, and she would always pick on me and say, wait a minute, I'm going to show you my report card like she's my mom or something like that. I can do this in biology.
Yeah.
So tell us what's going on. You're a senior in Arabella Hall, right?
Yes.
Cool deal. So tell us how it's been for your senior year so far.
It's been actually very good. I think this year the chemistry of the team has actually been the best that I've seen since I've been here in my 4 years. So that's my favorite part about this year. And our record actually. So we're doing pretty good in this season.
See how smart she is? And even on TV, she said chemistry and she's a biology major. See that? You're good. You could be on a TV level too. You're definitely beautiful enough to do that.
I don't know about all that. I don't know about all that.
So what is your favorite thing about doing volleyball? What is the favorite thing about it? Because I'm so intrigued. Just about every one of y'all can spike it, right?
Well, not everybody.
I mean, everybody looked to me like they could.
Well, yeah, everybody has their positions, but I think sometimes my teammates get upset with me because I'm a hitter, and in practice, I want to be back row and go pass the ball. Mm-hmm. But in college, we have our specific positions, but I think everybody's good at doing everything now.
Right.
Yeah.
Got off to a great start this season in SWAC play. Mm-hmm. So what has this taught you now as we get going? The Prairie View game was a tough game. That's the one I went to here at Clifford Seymour.
Yeah.
That's the one I went to, that match with there. And y'all got off to great starts in all 3 sets. And then after that, they started kind of taking over control after that. But all 3 sets, y'all got in a big lead.
Yeah, I think sometimes we're doing good, but sometimes we start slow and we have to pick it back up. But as this season is going along, we going into practice and working on that. So we're gonna, we know to pick up our gameplay in the beginning of the game so we can take it throughout the game and finish a set.
Big
and then
win.
Finish the match.
Big win over Grambling.
Yes.
As we talked about, it doesn't matter if you're playing chess, you got to be Grambling.
Yeah, always have to be Grambling no matter what you're doing.
No question about that. So coming up to the SWAC championship, it'll be in Itta Bena, Mississippi. Mm-hmm. Very nice facility. I've seen only pictures of it. I've never been there.
Yeah,
but
we've
it's a nice
been there
facility.
last year, I believe, and it's very nice.
Right. So tell us again, where are you from?
I'm from San Antonio, Texas.
San Antonio, Texas. And what brought you down here to Southern University, Baton Rouge, Louisiana?
Southern has been in my family for a while. My mom, my dad, my grandparents went here,
Cool.
and my cousin goes here. Actually, he's in nursing school, so it just runs in the family. Half of us go to Southern, and half of us went to Grambling. So it's a big
always
rivalry.
the case.
Yeah.
It's always the case. That's why I think it's such a friendly rivalry. Yes, we got to beat Grambling and everything, but we don't have the violence. We saw violence this past week in Alabama. After the Alabama LSU game, there was violence with that. Someone was arrested. You see that in the Oklahoma-Texas series. But I think with the Grambling and Southern series, you can sit across from that Thanksgiving table.
Yeah.
This side Southern, this side Grambling, and y'all back and forth banter, but it's
That's all
nothing
it
major.
is. It's a very fun rivalry.
Right.
So it's never going to get too violent or anything. It's a very fun rivalry.
So what's going to happen after graduation? When do you walk, first of all?
When do I walk? In December 13th.
Okay, and
Yes.
what's going to happen after that?
I plan on going to medical school. So
Wow, I should even be on the same. See, I should leave and let you take over the rest of the deal.
yeah, I've actually been doing my applications for med school. I actually have an application due this Friday. I've been working on that. And so wherever God takes me.
Wow, good for you. Look at you. I like that. So what field are you thinking about getting into?
I want to do something in plastic surgery or oncology. So
There is a national shortage of nurses in the country, but a worldwide shortage of surgeons.
Yes.
Worldwide. So that's a very smart move you're making.
yeah. And my mom she does anesthesia, so I try to follow in her footsteps and do something in medicine. So that's why I wanted to get into it.
She's an anesthesiologist, and at one point they were making the most money.
Yeah.
Now corporate of insurance companies make the most money, the CEOs in the industry, in the medical industry.
Yeah.
Well, that's very smart. So that's something you've always wanted to do, right?
Yes, always, since I was little.
Awesome deal. So did you practice on that little operation game? Because I can't.
The one that buzzes?
Right.
Yeah, I had that game.
Because I bragged to my sister-in-law, they're looking for a cardiologist
Really?
in Tyler, Texas, a hospital that she's like second in charge of. And I said, I was good on that operation game. I didn't even, when I went for the heart, I never hit the buzzer.
Never missed. I was always a little buzzy on it, but it's okay, yeah.
So what has the education at Southern University taught you?
It's taught me, first of all, I love the teachers here because they always want to help you. And I don't feel like I would get that relationship with my teachers if I went anywhere else.
Wow.
So they're always wanting to help you and see you do better. And they're bringing opportunities for you to go out into the world and put your best foot forward. So that's what I love about Southern.
Now, not only you came from San Antonio, Texas, but you could have just came here to be a student. You actually decided you wanted to play volleyball. What made you decide you wanted to be volleyball?
I actually was in club volleyball, and I went to Coach Jacobs' Nike volleyball camp in the summer. I believe it was my senior year. And so I met with her, I spoke with her, and there was a couple of her seniors that were running the camp. And so that's how I got into doing volleyball in college.
Awesome deal.
Yeah.
Awesome deal. Well, congratulations. And
Thank you.
anything more that you would like to see as we get into the SWAC tournament that you would like to do better on this year? I'm sure you'd like to hoist that trophy up, huh?
Yeah, that's what I see in our future. So we're gonna go back and practice, work a bit on just starting strong in the beginning of a game, finishing strong, and then we're gonna hopefully bring back that trophy.
There you go. And what has Coach Jacobs meant to you in your career?
She's meant so much to me. I actually love her as a coach because she always wants to see us do good, and she wants, not even on just the volleyball court, but in our school, in our daily lives, everything. She checks on us and we check on her. We have a great connection with her.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, congratulations, and look in that camera and tell people if they're deciding, I mean, should I go to Southern University or where should I go to college? Why would they pick Southern University?
Because it's the best school in the world.
She should write for Hallmark, short and sweet, huh? I like that. Awesome deal. Congratulations, and thank you so much for coming to Southern University and doing a great job. Arabella.
Yes, sir.
I've never heard of that name before. Do you find it on keychains and stuff?
No, I do not.
But I see, is that what your necklace is, or?
Oh no, this is my sorority.
I'm about to say sorority or either, yeah.
Yeah.
Because what's your middle name?
Victoria.
Victoria, and you can find that on keychains.
Yeah, I can find that on keychains, but not my first name.
There you go. Well, thank you, sweetheart, for being here. And congratulations and good luck in this SWAC tournament, Ida Bena, Mississippi.
Yes, thank you so much.
When we come back, we've got more. It's the Overtime Series with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics right here from Scoreboards Restaurant. Back in a moment right here on Chris Powers on Pelican Sports TV.
Family road trips just got a whole lot easier. The 2018 Nissan Rogue. Now with Nissan Intelligent Mobility, featuring technologies like available ProPilot Assist, which helps keep an eye on the road ahead and helps you stay centered while you're turning this lane into memory lane. Get to Nissan, proud supporter of college athletics.
CareSouth offers a wide range of comprehensive medical, behavioral health, and dental services. On behalf of the staff and board of directors, we want to thank the Parish of Ascension, East Baton Rouge, and Iberville for allowing us to serve you. Come out to any of our locations where family is serving families.
I can still remember Charlotte's first day of kindergarten like it was yesterday. Now, she's heading off to college.
So how are you feeling?
I'm nervous. I'm also really excited.
You know you're the first McKernan to not go to LSU in decades. Promise me this, you'll wear purple and gold at all the UT football games.
Dad.
Letting go isn't easy, especially for this Louisiana dad, but our children know family is always there for them. Just like when our clients come to us for help, they'll always be part of the Get Gordon family. We want to be your lawyers for life.
Call 888-8888.
Preparing a meal. It's a lot like preparing for a game. It involves hard work, the right plan, and attention to detail. Great food, that's our passion. A taste of Louisiana, handcrafted from scratch. Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
Home, away, any game day. At Walk-Ons, we'll help you do game day right.
What's the most important aspect of event hosting? Location. This is something that Bell knew from day one. That's why we're located in downtown Baton Rouge, across from the convention center, close to LSU, and right by the river. So with a friendly staff, award-winning cuisine, and a massive conference center of 10 rooms and 24,000 square feet capable of fitting more than 2,000 guests, what we offer is just as important as where we are.
welcome back, everybody, as we're here at Overtime Series with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics. We're right here. We've got Tiana in the house. She is the one that's putting this on Facebook. You'll be putting it on social media. She's filming it right now. You'll see her pretty face when she does the Ask the AD coming up here in just a moment. We've got Miss Rodney in the house. She's right, and she don't get enough credit. She's behind the scenes doing a lot of things. She does all the stuff around at Southern University, always in the senior staff meetings, and does a great job. And I know Coach Banks appreciates her big time. We all do at Southern University, so thank you for all the things you do. She's always got those white earpieces in her ears, though. Is she listening to music or she's like the phone? And you go to talk to people like that and you don't know, and they're like, you think they're talking and said, she's losing her mind, she's talking to herself, and then you see that white thing in there and say, okay, no, she's not. All right, we've got the Coach Rose Fogg here, the bowling coach right here at Southern University. And see, this is the black one. And she's good. She's a good salesperson because I bought the Columbia blue one. Coach Banks bought the Columbia blue one as well. This is the black one. She's going to make me buy the set because I like this. This almost looks like an acrylic gray into this, and it's the black one. Look how nice that Columbia blue and gold comes on there.
Out, yeah.
Oh, it's just beautiful. And like I said, whether you're bowling or not, I've got mine on display on my desk, and you can buy this. How can people get this ball right now? For the Jaguar Nation watching this, how can they get this ball?
Well, they can contact the bowling department and ask to purchase one.
Cool. And it's on the GoJagSports.com is the your number on that?
I believe so, yes.
Right. Okay. Just call that sports information department, and we'll get you in touch with Coach Rose, and we'll definitely get you this bowling ball. Because like I said, I've got mine on display, and that is a very nice deal. I am so proud of mine. And my son just came in from Hawaii from the Marines, and he saw it and he wants it. I said, forget it. It's not traveling with you back to Hawaii. It's staying with me. Well, Coach, you started, I'm going to tell you, you start October 18th, and bam, you got a lot of matches already gone, including on a two-game win streak, beating Grambling State and Alabama State.
Yes, we
did. How about this? Hasn't lost to Grambling, period, since she's been coach. That in itself is awesome.
Oh, actually, we did lose one match, but that was a couple of years ago.
Couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, a couple of years ago, we got
that.
that.
For the majority of the time, we win against them all.
What do you like about your players so far this season as you get going? Because you go all the way to April.
Right. Well, we have 3 freshmen this year. We have a transfer student from Southeastern, and a junior and 2 seniors this year. So we're kind of trying to rebuild and get that team really going. We're hoping that when we leave tomorrow to go to our next tournament in Montgomery, Alabama, we're hoping that they'll do much better.
That's exactly right. Montgomery, Alabama, and that'll be on Friday, this Friday, and then on Saturday as well. And they're on Sunday, and then next, then you'll be going to the SWAC West.
Right. Then we're finished until January. Then we'll go to SWAC West and then SWAC East. And then we have a couple more tournaments besides that, and then it'll be champions.
Where's the West going to be, the SWAC
The West is going to be in Dallas.
In Dallas, Texas?
Right.
Oh, cool.
Right. And the East will be in D'Iberville, Mississippi.
Right. So it's a long season, goes all the way to April. Definitely, you've got to keep your players focused, no question. Right. It's a long season.
Right. We try to get them to come in as early as we can in January so that we can get at least 2 weeks of practice before our first conference tournament.
Right. And then now, obviously, you can practice right here close to, right there at home, right?
We're practicing on campus. We have been this whole year.
And how has that helped your team and stuff like that?
Oh, immensely, because we are able to practice on the same competitive patterns, all patterns, on the lanes that we will be competing on.
Right.
So I get the patterns a couple of weeks before. We put that out on the lanes. We practice on with that lane pattern, and then we go to the tournament. So it helps them to be ready for the way the ball has to be thrown.
Cool deal. What about the academic center, and also too, how's that helped your team in the classroom?
Oh, well, I have all my freshmen and my transfer student. They spend 10 hours a week in
Wow.
the academic center. I asked that they have a couple of extra hours. Usually they're only required to have 8, but I insisted that they do 10. And then I told them once the first semester passed, if their grades are really good, and I can knock them down to 8. But it's important. It's the reason they're going to school, is to get that good education.
Right.
And I don't want them falling back, because we travel 3 weeks in a row. And so we're gone 4 days out of the week. They really need to be able to be prepared for those classes, even though we're not there.
I think there's a lot of fans out there don't realize how important a coach's job is for that. They think about wins and losses on the court, on the field, or something of that nature. They don't understand how important it is for the coaches to make sure not only one, they're attending class, but two, they're getting that education.
They have to do well. If they don't do well, then they're not going to be able to play anyway.
Right.
So, and the reason they're here is to get an education, number one, and then number two is for them to play.
That's right.
In their sport. So it's just so important that we keep their grades up and keep them studying.
What are you looking for your team as the season continues to progress? Then you take a break and then you start back in January. What are you looking for your team to do during the break?
Well, when they go home, they usually take their bowling equipment with them and they practice at home.
Oh, wow.
So that and over the Christmas break, and then when they come back, we get right back into it and start practicing again. Our biggest thing is working on picking up spares.
Really?
Spares is the game. Strikes take care of themselves, with those spares, you have to be able to pick those spares up to be winning.
Right. Now, is it the size of the ball, the weight of the ball? Is it every athlete is different? Is it by strength, or is it when does an athlete decide what weight of ball they're going to get?
Well, most of my athletes throw a 15-pound ball, but I have a couple of smaller girls that can't throw a 15. They're 90 pounds soaking wet, and so they're not going to throw a 15-pound ball down the lane. So they're throwing 14s. They went down a pound.
Is there any advantage to that? I mean, does it spin, more with a 14-pound ball than a 15? Or
the hook balls, the weight blocks start at 14 pounds. So 14, 15, and 16-pound balls. These balls are plastic balls, and they're just supposed to slide down the lane. So they're not as they don't have that weight block, and that's not as important.
Right.
But the harder you or the more weight you have on the ball, the harder it hits the pins.
Okay.
So you want to try to have a heavier ball to be able to swing it and send it down the lane and knock all the pins down.
Awesome deal. Well, I've got movement on mine. Mine starts in my lane and then ends up, like I said, the third lane down for it. But no, it's just it's so fun to bowl. I think it's something that everybody should do. My son loves to bowl. I love to bowl. He got me back into it because I stopped bowling for a long time, and he likes to go and bowl, and I think that's a lot of fun to do that. And like I said, so y'all use these balls here with the logo on it every time?
Yes, we do. All of my girls have a spare ball. We do 1 pound lighter for spare balls so they can throw a little harder, a little faster, to keep the ball going straight.
Okay.
So.
And I'm going to tell you, the good thing about this is when parts of the Jaguar Nation buy this bowling ball, it goes to help the bowling.
It helps to further the bowling team.
Right.
Helps us to purchase things that aren't in our normal budget. Helps to give them a little nice treat when we go on our trips. Go buy little cupcakes or go have ice cream or something of that nature.
Well, good luck in Montgomery, Alabama this weekend. Have a safe trip.
Thank you.
And again, you can contact the SID department if you want to get in touch with Coach Rose Fogg about buying these balls. I've got one, and you can either get the black or the Columbia blue one.
Correct.
How about no gold
Your
one?
choice. No, we don't have a gold one.
Man, I'm getting your ideas going though, right?
Never even thought of it. As a matter of fact, somebody asked me about the blue ones, the black ones, and it's like, oh, okay, well, let's try that.
Yeah. See, she didn't think about the gold. I'm done for the day. Bye. Bye. All right, we'll be back coming up right here. We've got more as we continue with Overtime Series with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics, a big supporter to Southern University. We'll talk about that coming up right here next. This is the Pelican Sports TV.
The birth of legends are storied in this conference. We must never forget our rich history. We now turn our gaze to the future. The new legends will emerge. New heroes to arise. The Southwestern Athletic Conference. Be our history.
At Roadrunner Towing, we love our God, our children, our nation, and yes, our sports. So let's play ball. Score big when you need a tow, either in East Baton Rouge or West Baton Rouge. Because at Roadrunner Towing, we don't want an arm and a leg. We just want your toes.
Legendary Import Group. Exceptional service and a rare collection. You'll discover the only distinctive auto for the legend in you. We are legendary.
I am legendary.
I'm Team Legendary.
I am legendary.
I am legendary.
Now that's legendary.
Stop by Legendary Import Group today, where our team is honored to serve you. We are legendary.
Legendary Import Group, the only place for legendary care.
The smart Baton Rouge business traveler travels out of Baton Rouge. Why? It's about not having to wake up hours earlier, fight traffic, and stand in long lines. It's also about BTR being closer, more convenient, with non-stops and short hops to anywhere your business takes you. It's smart. So for your business, if it's about being one step ahead and not dead on your feet, then it's about time you flew BTR. Baton Rouge Metro Airport. It's about time.
I can't imagine a day without music. You go downtown, you can find some music. You come uptown, you can find some music. Monday night, they got music. Every night of the week, there's music somewhere. Baton Rouge is a place where it's easy to make friends, it's easy to hear some music, and it's easy to come back. We got the music, we got the food, and we got good people. So with that combination, you can't lose, right? You ever come to Louisiana?
All right, welcome back, everybody. It is Overtime Series with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics right here from Scoreboards Restaurant on Coursey Boulevard. We're right smack in the middle on Coursey Boulevard. Not far from Airline Highway, not far from Sherwood Forest Boulevard as well. If you're coming from Sherwood, you'll see this big scoreboard sign. Take a right, come on in, and if you're coming from Airline Highway, you'll turn to the left. You'll see the scoreboard sign. Go just a little past the restaurant, then you'll make that left turn and come on in and have yourself some good drinks, some good food. Great lunch specials, great things here at Scoreboards Restaurant on Coursey Boulevard. Right now, we've got a great man right here, Chris Plant. Good first name, first of all.
Nice to meet you, Chris.
Two Chris's on the set. Got to like that a lot. From God's Way Project and Movement. Tell us what that's all about.
God's Way Project and Movement is a movement that my wife and I started. We assist people that's homeless. We feed the homeless.
Wow.
We go to different nursing homes. We feed those people. We try to cater to them, especially during the holiday seasons. And it's a nonprofit organization. And it started as a faith-based organization. And we have concerts. So that's pretty much what the God's Way. We try to give people, say, you know what, don't live any kind of way, but live God's way.
Wow. Are you shocked there's still as many as homeless people in America?
I am.
In this day and age?
I am, and it's somewhat heartbreaking because when I drive and I see how God has blessed me,
right?
I just wish I can do something to help them.
Sure, and you're doing it.
I am.
Because most people just sit around, I wish I can do something, but you're actually doing it. You and your wife are doing it.
We are, and she's been very instrumental in this whole thing because she actually got the grants and the different ways that we got the funding. She got that approved for us, and I couldn't have done it without her.
Awesome deal. Why partnership with Southern University?
I mean, go Jags.
Yeah.
I love.
Duh, Chris.
I love Southern University. I've always been a lover of Southern University, the band and the football team. I didn't graduate from Southern. I went to seminary school, and I plan to actually enroll in Southern University in January. So.
Oh wow!
But my wife, she graduated from Southern. She has a master's degree in nutrition, and Southern University just been in our family for a while.
What you gonna go for Southern for?
I guess I'll go for business administration.
Tell he's young. I guess I'm going to go for this. If they see me going, they're thinking I'm a professor. Well, that's pretty awesome. And what else is awesome, you and your lovely wife, Bianca, pledged $100,000 to the Southern Athletic Program.
We
Man.
did.
Give it up. That's awesome. That's an awesome deal.
Yeah.
Thank you. I know Coach Fogg is here. Coach Roman Banks, the athletic director, is here. They all appreciate that. We're all here loving that big time. Thank you so much for that.
No problem.
How can one pledge? How did it all become about?
Well, we were actually sitting at the table one night and we decided, what can we do to make a difference, right? So we contacted our CPA through insurance, life insurance, and we just said we want to pledge $100,000 because if anything happens to us, we wanted other young people to have an opportunity to go to school and, have an education or even just help the athletic department as a whole. Because I look at many different schools and what they have in the stadiums and their athletic attire, and I just want to be helpful in that area.
Sure, I mean, because it's so important. You see them representing Southern University so well, but also, too, a lot of people don't understand a student athlete, man, not only they don't get a break in classes and stuff like that. They still have the same homework and all that kind of good stuff that every other person does. But then, like you said, like we were talking to a volleyball player, we talked to Coach Fogg just a minute ago. They got to travel for like 3 weeks. They got to go on the road, and they still have to do their assignments.
Right, and we're not going to stop there. Actually, in January, we're going to do another cash donation to Southern University. I don't want to stop there, and I actually want to start a movement to give to Southern University. Give to our HBCU because there's so many young people that needs that opportunity to say, hey. If their families can't afford to go to college, to send them to college, there's somebody that's going to stand in the gap to say, I'll be there to help them.
Wow, cool deal. And while you're doing that, maybe if I can get you a bowling ball?
I just told Coach Banks I want one. I want the black one, too.
You want the black one? See, that's nice. I like that.
Yeah,
and you're going to get tons of compliments on that thing.
Yeah, I want that. I want to put that in my office.
That's right. How do you look to see the partnership with Southern University grow? How would you like to see it grow?
I would love to see it grow tremendously. I would love to get other young people, that's just a vision of mine, to have other young people to give and partner with Southern University and say, listen, I want to just not waste my money in crazy things, but I can actually invest it in Southern University because it's actually a good ground to sow on.
Yeah, I mean, you must see like your product on the field, obviously, but also too to be able to do that and just know you. I bet it just makes you big time proud.
Oh yeah, like this year was my first year actually having the pass, so I can actually stand on the sideline. It was just awesome. I had the awesome experience to actually see the football games, dead in my face. So
it makes a difference, don't it?
It does. So it makes me want to give more. It makes me want to have more experiences. And I go around telling everybody to say, listen, give to Southern. Let's do this. Let's partner because you can have the same experience.
Right. Because when I played, obviously I'm standing on the sideline watching the game and stuff like that. But when you don't play and you hadn't played in a couple of years, and when they're on the midfield, they're in the middle of the football field and they're running in your direction, get out of the way quick, right?
Right.
Because they're coming for you. They'll leg whip you quick and put you on the ground quick.
My wife and I were standing on the football field this Saturday and the ball was coming and she was on her phone and said, you might want to move.
Awesome deal. How can people get in touch or get more information on your movement, God's Way Project and Movement?
Well, actually, you can go to our website at IamChrisPlantJr.com or EatingGodsWay.net. My wife actually wrote a cookbook. She's transitioning people from just eating any kind of way to healthy living. She does meal prep. She has a new cookbook out, Eating God's Way. So you can, reach us at eatinggodsway.net or IamChrisPlantJr.com.
Wow. I mean, you and your wife do so many things. I mean, what else are y'all looking to branch off in?
Not a baby.
Oh, really? Congratulations.
Yeah. So,
when?
Yeah, so I don't know. She's going to the doctor maybe next week, so we'll have a little one.
Trust me, it will change your life.
You think so?
Oh, big time. Look, when I'm looking at everybody's doing this and that and all that. When my son was born, it changed my life. When I cut that umbilical cord, he did like that.
Wow.
Got you. And
Wow.
if you have a daughter, God bless you.
Wow.
Because for me, I thank God I didn't have a daughter because I'd be around her. She couldn't date till she's 50.
So we can ready to do some new things, and
congratulations.
We're just
man.
going to keep getting more people to give to Southern University Athletic Department, and because I just want to see the athletic department grow.
Right. Well, congratulations, and thank you so much for giving to Southern University.
No problem.
Pledging $100,000 to the Southern Athletic Program. We thank you big time, my friend.
No problem. Thank you.
And nice to see you.
You too.
And if you forget his name, it's just right here on his sleeve. I like that, Chris Plant.
Thank you, Chris.
See, I've got mine written somewhere, but it's about Marker-Lot. Thank you, my man.
Nice meeting you.
We'll be back in just a moment right here. It's Overtime Series with Athletic Director Owen Blanks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics. Back in a moment, Scoreboards Restaurant. Pelican Sports TV.
Need to see a doctor fast? Lake Express Check-In lets you get in line online. Visit OLOLRMC.com/express to choose an estimated treatment time at one of our emergency room, urgent care, or physician office locations. A service of Our Lady of the Lake.
Legendary Import Group. Distinguished service and detailed attention. You'll discover the only distinctive auto for the legend in you. Stop by 10660 Coursey Boulevard or phone 225-960-1191.
It's game day. A day that should be spent in the living room, not the kitchen. So next game, you just worry about the score. Because we've got the food covered. With hand-battered, cooked-to-order, always fresh, never, ever frozen chicken fingers. Craveable cane sauce. Crispy crinkle-cut fries, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Official chicken of Southern University.
We're a nation of hardworking Americans, and businesses will always be the lifeline of this great country. As a business owner, you understand the importance of your reputation. In times of uncertainty, you need a real lawyer who's serious about protecting you and your business. You need a problem solver. You need the law firm of Clayton and Fouger. Tony Clayton is a proven trial lawyer. He'll defend you and your business to the fullest extent of the law. Protect your investment and call the law firm of Clayton and Fouger today.
Our Lady of the Lake is pleased to have so many Southern University graduates as part of our growing healthcare family. They are difference makers, caring for patients, leading teams, and serving our neighbors. A tradition of excellence, a commitment to service, and a love for our community. Our Lady of the Lake and Southern University. Together, a winning team.
What's the most important aspect of event hosting? Location. This is something that Bell knew from day one. That's why we're located in downtown Baton Rouge, across from the convention center, close to LSU, and right by the river. So with a friendly staff, award-winning cuisine, and a massive conference center of 10 rooms and 24,000 square feet capable of fitting more than 2,000 guests, what we offer is just as important as where we are.
All right, welcome back, everybody. We're right here at Scoreboard's Restaurant. It's the Overtime Series with Athletic Director Roman Banks, a closer look at Jaguar Athletics. Again, taping today again at midnight. At noon. We'll be back, like we're in Alaska or something.
Yeah. It's midnight somewhere.
That's right. So we'll be back again next week at 7 p.m. so you can come join us right here on the show. Now it's time for us, our next 7 right here as we find out what's going on in Southern University Athletics. Here we go. Football heads to Jackson, Mississippi to play Jackson State on Saturday, November the 16th at 2 p.m. Men's basketball will face New Mexico State at Pan American Center on Thursday, November the 14th at 7 p.m. Then Monday, the men will be back in the Mini Dome to take on Esclesia Monday, November 18th at 6:30 p.m. Women's basketball will take on Tougaloo on tonight at 6 p.m. at the F.G. Clark Activity Center. Sunday, November the 17th, the women will take on Wichita State and Wichita, Kansas at 2 p.m. Bowling will head to Montgomery, Alabama for the Hornet Classic on Friday, November the 15th to Sunday, November the 17th. And that's your next 7 right here from Southern University. And for more information, go to gojagsports.com. That's gojagsports.com. All right, thank you. And again, lots of stuff going on at Southern University in the fall. Before we get to any further than that, it's time to ask the athletic director. Chris, I'm getting the athletic director. I'm getting tons of phone calls today for some reason.
Yeah, you busy man right now. You're trying to multitask.
No, I just found out my warranty's expired, and it's not. But anyway, Tiana asked the athletic director a question. You've got a big supporter of Southern University right here.
We do, Chris. We do. He never misses a beat, and he's always at everything. We have Mr. Willie.
Okay, Coach, at this point in time of the season, how important it is for Southern to go into Jackson State game to win?
Sure. I'll say this. Each game is big, and, we got our eyes on the prize. So, we need to go in and take care of business. Chris talked about earlier, this is what Coach Odom started. He went in there when we was underdogs and won that game, and so hopefully we can duplicate that. I think that looking at ticket sales and communicating with Jackson, it's going to be a packed house up there. And I'm looking forward for all our Jaguar fans, Jaguar Nation to go up there and come out and show out and support this team. Obviously, we're on a championship run. And we still have a chance to have a championship game at home, so we need to keep winning. That's the formula for us. I'm not really worried about what everybody else do. We need to keep winning. And so we're excited about this game, and hopefully we can go in Jackson and pull off another victory.
No question about that. And thank you for that, Big Willie, and thank you, Tiana. And a big one would be this weekend when Alabama A&M goes into Lorman, Mississippi. Akil Glass, the leading passer in the SWAC, goes into Alcorn State. Now, Coach Dawson Odoms told me they got a good chance of beating the Braves, and if that happens and there are 2 losses and we win out, then Alcorn would have to come to us. But don't be shocked, because Alabama A&M could be the winners of the East, and Coach Dawson Odoms thinks that Alabama A&M will be the winners of the East.
Yeah, he speaks very highly of them, but I threw my card in and said I'm willing to bet. Coming off that Alcorn, coming off that loss at Grambling, I think that they'll be prepared and much more motivated as well to win that ball game. The interesting ball game to me will be them finishing up at Jackson State.
No question about that.
And Jackson State to me is playing pretty good football right now. So, all concentration is on Jackson because Jackson seemed to be one of the most improved teams. I would say them and A&M coming down the stretch.
Right, no doubt about that.
And Grambling also.
That's right, big time. So Grambling is playing very good. They upset Alcorn State last week. All right, so let's talk about Chris Plant. And before we talk about this delicious food, Mr. Chris Plant, who was just on the show, made a pledge to Southern University in the athletic department. Do they have to wait for the Radio Jagathon to be able to make a pledge, or they can make a pledge at any point in time? And how does one do that?
So, you know, there's a part of coming in and want to be part of the corporate sponsorship that requires a certain amount of money and a certain amount of pledge, a certain amount of cash, a certain amount of in-kind. And we encourage everyone, as you know, looking at all our commercials and Fallen Athletics, that we have a lot of people that are corporate sponsors that give money to become a certain level, get sideline passes, be able to put their signage up, you know, get commercials run throughout the athletic events and those type of things, and to be on this show. And so he is a guy, he and his wife and his family stepped up to the plate, and they came in, a lot of other universities have this in place, and now we're putting it in place where they come in through policies, insurance policies, and make these pledges. So if something happened to them, you know, the athletic department will see that benefit, and whatever that benefit is pledged, in this case it's $100,000, you get that benefit along with gaining cash along the way as well. So I think that's the route that people can invest in the university in a lot of different ways. A lot of other universities do it, and now we're starting to do more of that.
No question about that. So I think that's a great thing to do, and we hope that you can do the same thing one day. And if not that much, of course, there's plenty of other opportunities that you can help out Southern University athletics. Now, today we're helping out the old hunger bug. We've got some delicious food right here from Scoreboards. These are some of the best wings I've ever had in the world. They're smoked wings. And 3 different sauces right there.
Yeah, these smoked wings are one of the top sellers here, and everybody seems to enjoy these. I enjoy these myself, actually.
Right.
And so, you know, I think between these wings and sliders, you have a tough decision to make. Yeah. And so, you know, I know you're going to pass this type of stuff up. So, you know, you're going to go to the salad today?
Oh, man, the salad is so good. And, of course, right there in front of me, you've got the Overtime Series bread pudding. And look, even the plate's warm.
Well, that's not for discussion. We know where that's going. I'm trying to be nice up here since it's an AD show. And I'm trying to be politically correct. So I'm trying to figure out which one of these you want, because these two going with me.
Being a former basketball coach, here's what he's used to: technical fouls.
I got some of those in my days.
No question about that. So that's awesome. Speaking of technical fouls, Tougaloo tonight, women's basketball at the F.G. Clark Activity Center.
We're looking for everybody to come out. Coach Funches and his team are playing pretty good basketball right now. We just come off a win to Wiley College on Monday, and we're looking to establish that presence in the stands. And so I'm asking everybody to come out and support this team.
And then, of course, Monday night, the men's basketball team will be there, so we hope to see you for that. We'll be back again next week at 7 p.m. for the regular taping.
Regular time.
Until then, I'm Chris Powers, along with Roman Banks, telling you so long, everybody. Pelican Sports TV.
Go Jags.